In the glittering world of celebrity romance, few couples have stood the test of time quite like Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos. From their steamy on-screen chemistry on All My Children to their decades-long real-life marriage, they've become a shining example of enduring love under the relentless microscope of fame. But recently, Ripa opened up in a candid, somewhat unexpected moment about what she wouldn't do if the unthinkable happened. If she and Mark ever split up, there's one thing I absolutely wouldn't do, Ripa said during an intimate segment on her talk show, and it's not what you think. It wasn't a dramatic vow to avoid love forever. It wasn't a declaration of never speaking to him again. It wasn't even about who gets the dogs or the house in the Hamptons. No, it was something different, surprisingly grounded, deeply personal, and unmistakably Kelly. A relationship in the spotlight Kelly and Mark first met in 1995. She was the bubbly, quick-witted talk show host we all know now, just starting out. He was the brooding newcomer with movie star looks. The spark between them was undeniable. Within a year, they eloped in Las Vegas. Since then, they've raised 3 children, weathered career shifts, rumors, relocations, and somehow managed to keep their sense of humor intact. Fans have often asked, what's the secret? In interviews, Kelly has jokingly said it's separate bathrooms, while Mark swears it's listening to whatever Kelly says. Yet beneath the jokes lies a genuine bond built on mutual respect, passion, and the kind of understanding that comes only from growing up together over decades, which is why it was such a jaw-dropping moment when Kelly casually threw out the "if we split scenario, wait, what?" The one thing she refuses to do, I'm not manifesting anything. She clarified immediately, flashing that $1,000,000 smile that signals mischief mixed with sincerity. We're not going anywhere, but if we did, I would never ever say a bad word about him in public. There it was, the one thing she wouldn't do if they ever broke up. Trash him publicly. In a world where messy celebrity splits often make front-page news, from tabloid tell-alls to cryptic Instagram posts dripping in passive aggression. Ripa's Val stood out. I just think it's cruel, she said. Even if we couldn't be together anymore, I would always respect him. He's the father of my children. We built a life together. He's a good man, and I wouldn't undo that just because of some anger or heartbreak. The audience went quiet. You could hear the weight in her voice, the celebrity culture of post-split drama. Ripa's comment was more than just a romantic musing. It was a subtle critique of the celebrity culture that thrives on divorce headlines, custody battles, and scorned Instagram captions. You know the type. The cryptic post. Healing, rebuilding, trusting the journey. The strategic unfollow. The publicist's carefully worded statement. We ask for privacy during this difficult time. The inevitable tell-all interview. It's a formula we've come to expect, and sometimes even root for, but Kelly's approach suggests another way, one rooted in maturity, loyalty, and perhaps a deeper understanding of what it means to truly love someone, even if the romantic chapter ends. More than just a marriage over the years, Ripa and Consuelos have become not just a couple, but a brand. They co-host Live with Kelly and Mark, where their banter, part flirtation, part friendly sparring match, has become the soul of the show. They've produced television together. They've appeared at red carpets arm in arm, always radiating chemistry. But behind the scenes, Kelly says, what they've built is more than just a marriage. It's a partnership. If something ever happened, we'd still be family. She said, our kids deserve that. We deserve that. It's a sentiment that feels refreshingly honest, and somehow even more romantic than the notion of happily ever after, because it acknowledges the reality that even the strongest relationships can bend. But that doesn't mean they have to break ugly. A lesson in Grace Ripa's hypothetical no bashing vow might seem simple, but it's actually quite radical in today's age of oversharing. There's a kind of power in restraint, in choosing dignity over drama, in remembering love, even when it fades or transforms. And perhaps that's what makes Kelly Ripa and her relationship with Mark so captivating. It's not just that they're beautiful or famous. It's that they see each other, flaws and all, and choose every day to hold space for grace, even in the what ifs. Fans react social media lit up with praise for Ripa's statement. One user on X, formerly Twitter, wrote, "That's real maturity. Most people can't even handle a text from their ex without losing it." Another chimed in, "If more people took the Kelly Ripa route, maybe breakups wouldn't feel like war." Zones, of course, not everyone agreed. A few skeptics noted that it's easy to say that when you're still happily married, but others pointed out that setting that standard ahead of time is exactly the point. If you can speak respectfully of someone when things are good, why should that disappear when things go bad? Ripa asked. Why indeed? A love story still. In progress, thankfully, there's no actual sign that Kelly and Mark are headed for Splitsville. In fact, judging by their recent interviews, joint vacations, and Instagram reels, they seem as solid as ever, but her comment, hypothetical as it may have been, offered a rare window into what makes their bond strong, a blend of humor, honesty, and a refusal to let ego take the wheel. Whether their love lasts another 30 years and fans everywhere are rooting for it too, or life takes them in different directions, one thing is certain: Kelly Ripa will handle it with grace. And she'll never give the tabloids the satisfaction of a takedown, because some love stories, even if they change form, still deserve to be told with respect. Let me know if you like this rewritten as a blog post, op-ed, or in a different tone. For example, humorous, emotional, or analytical.